Good morning, everyone. My name is Father Kyle. Today, sort of an invitation for us to reflect on love, being Valentine's Day. And I think we have two examples held up for us today that show us the importance of love as both serving God and serving our neighbor. So also a good reminder for us that St. Valentine was martyred for his faith. So remember that when we're eating some heart-shaped cookies here. But today we celebrate also the feast of St. Cyril and Methodius. And they were called the apostles to the Slavic peoples. And these were two brothers that lived in the 9th century. And they recognized a need for this sort of Slavic people here that had not heard much of the gospel and had their own language, but not their own written language. And they saw a need and a desire to spread the gospel to them. And in doing so, they had to write out, sort of invent the written language, which has sort of become modern-day Cyrillic. And so they saw with great zeal they needed to serve these people. In order to share the gospel of Jesus, they had to create this written language to be able to translate the Bible, to be able to share the good news of Jesus. So a great love welled up within them for their neighbor, seeing that they needed to hear about the good news. And in order to do so, they worked very tirelessly to do so with great opposition both from the Slavic peoples and also from their fellow Christians. So Saints Cyril and Methodius showing us the meaning of love by serving God and their neighbor through great effort. Today we also begin the first letter of, we begin in our first reading, we begin looking at the letter to James, letter of St. James. And we're going to hear about this the next couple of days here as well. But in the letter of James we hear common themes. And today one of them is about perseverance in our relationship with God and in serving others. We also are going to hear a lot about faith and works, and talking not about works of the law, but works of charity. James saying that we need to have works of charity to accompany our faith. Certainly that's within the nature of love, serving God and others. And also we'll hear about the basis for the anointing of the sick. We hear that in the book of James. So St. James holds up for us as well the example of love, of a persevering love, a love that not only has great faith for God, but also service to neighbor, and a love that brings about healing. So today, brothers and sisters, in this day we reflect on love within our families and loved ones, especially married couples and those witnessing the vocation of marriage. We also ask God's intercession for us to help grow in our love for God and love for neighbor, and recognizing that by serving Him and serving others, we find the true nature of love, making a gift of ourselves. God bless you. Have a great day.